What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the thrill spot. As you can see, it is beautiful. Too bad we are about to destroy about half of it, starting literally right now. So I did do some thinking about last episode, and I decided that this whole extra area over here had to go. It just had to go. The performance was not keeping up, and it was also going to take forever to get around to doing something like that. So we went ahead and cut it off, and we're making it a mountain instead. And I have a surprise for this episode that I'm excited to show you guys, and it will involve that mountain and others as well. So along with that, we go ahead and finish up building the lake on that side because it was kind of annoying me how that looked. And honestly, I really like the overall layout now. I mean, yes, I did also really like the island having like a nice little loop at the end with like the tower. I thought that was really cool, but like I said, it was just going to be impossible to get that to work correctly. So we go ahead and close off the loop a little bit, and this is a much more sizable or much more reasonable size for the park, I think. And to go along with that, I go ahead and remove a little bit of this lookout. We're still gonna have the lookout, but I figured the way it is right now, it was kind of too big. Like, if you look at the starting area and how much I was able to fit in that area, that lookout was almost like double the size of that. So I went ahead and cut that down a little bit because it seemed a little unnecessary to have that much space up there, especially with nothing to really go with it. So yeah, this is just the episode of cutting corners, I guess. But it's all for the better. I think this will just make it so it's a much more concise series, you know, that we don't have like a million episodes, and I'm not here commentating on the same stuff every time. And I also really like the layout a lot better now, especially when I go ahead and make this change. So instead of having this one long straight path with nothing going on, I decided to cut it through the mountain, a nice little cave area, something to keep the path interesting, I think. And honestly, pretty good idea. I liked it a lot. And after doing a little bit of sculpting, you can see it looks pretty cool, honestly. And that's going to be kind of another theme that goes around in the park, is having these like caves and like arching mountains and stuff like that, which you will see I bring in later on. And the next thing I do is take this Ferris wheel and I put it on the other side, because I kind of have this idea for having like a waterfall of sorts coming off the mountain, and I think it'll look really cool going under the Ferris wheel. And then we move on to the other side, where we are going to start the next area of the park, which includes making the original idea was going to make like a town in here, but I went ahead and put the town on the bottom, which you'll see, and just have this like top area be another way to get to a ride, starting with this little path that I put down here. And what this is going to do is not a whole lot, but it's just like an extra addition to the park. And I also liked the idea of having like a winding path go through the mountains, which I had to cut out a lot of, which you'll see right now. I'm just going to teleport to the next part, because damn, this terrain and the paths are so hard to work with. And as you can see, it's still a little rough. The elevations are a little off, but I think I could fix that next time. And next episode, I'll put another path coming off of the main path towards the lookout, so that people can get over here if they decide to change their mind, maybe, I don't know. And just so there's like more density in the park as well. So yeah, whole plan for today. It is a longer episode, as you can see. This is going to be about 20 something minutes, and it's because I went crazy. Like, this recording was 3 hours long. I just kind of went nuts and decided to go, I don't know, I just wanted to like get a lot done, and I did. And here's the surprise I was talking about. As you can see, I'm scrolling through the coasters. Yes, sir. Here we go, building the first coaster of the thrill spot. I am thrilled to do it. You guys have no idea. I was actually really excited to make my first coaster. So we're gonna speed up the process here a little bit because this took me about an hour, I'm not gonna lie, to actually get right. This is my first time building a coaster in years, and I decided to start simple. I wanted to make just something for the whole family, basically. Something very simple and not super crazy or anything. And I think I succeeded pretty well, actually. You'll see near the end that, the ratings on it were actually pretty great. Although it is a very small coaster, there isn't a whole lot going on, but it is for the kids. It's for the whole family. Like, it's not supposed to be anything crazy. And yeah, you see I stopped building it right here, and after a bunch of smoothing, it turned out like this. And you can see it's pretty cool. It's pretty nice. I like it a lot. I was not expecting me to kind of pop off so much, and there it is. You see it's all green, and I think that's pretty good. Nice max speed of like 52 miles per hour. I like how it looks, like where it is in the park. I think it looks nice. I like having it swing down next to the paths, and I like the way it goes like up and down. I don't know, like it looks cool. I think it looks awesome. I'm really proud of the coaster. Really, it's nice and big. It's not huge, but it has a decent size. It's perfect for what I'm going for, which is basically just a small town theme park. It's just a standard coaster. Nothing too crazy. The next one we do, I will definitely be making it an adults only coaster, and I'll try to make it more complex and different. And you can see here we go ahead and make the queue, and we change the terrain a little bit as well, just so we can have it be more interesting, as it was like it was just kind of boring before, and it didn't look great since it was just cutting through everything. But I went ahead and fixed that. Put the queue. That looks nice and neat. I like it a lot. And yeah, that was just about that. I'm honestly I was pretty hyped to open up the park and let people walk over here, but I could not do it until I felt like that entire area was ready. So the next thing I do here is I plan out where we're gonna put all of our buildings. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I plan out a 5th one, I think. And with these buildings, there's gonna be the standard set of staff buildings, bathrooms, food, drinks, etc., etc. And I also, off camera, you see I put a little ride up there. Definitely gonna change that area just a little bit. The dream would be to make more space for more buildings so that it's like an actual town, but I'm not exactly sure how I could incorporate that just yet. So I'll just keep that on the back burner. We'll see what happens. But the first building we do here is for the food, and now that I'm looking at it, I'm gonna take off those roofs because I don't like the trim it puts on the building. Now that I'm realizing, this building, I was really struggling with how I was gonna make the roofs, but I decided on going with this nice little like 4-sided roof thing, and it worked out perfect. Honestly, this is one of my favorite looking buildings I've made so far. But real quick, guys, I actually wanted to see if anybody out there would like to see maybe a city skyline speed build ? Once we finish up this planet coaster, I don't think I want to have more than 2 series going at a time, because then that would mean that I'd be spacing out the uploads for each like too far apart. So I kind of like having just these 2 going on right now. But if we do finish Planet Coaster, I do kind of want to have a City Skylines one going. I think that'll be a lot of fun. I'm not sure exactly how I could commentate over that, I'll be real. But I think it also suits what I'm going for here, even though you can't really detail in City Skylines. Well, I guess you can, but it's kind of a demanding game, and I don't know if my computer could handle a City Skylines detailed run, but making like a big city, I think, would go pretty cool. So let me know about that, and I'll see if I can make it happen. But let's be real here. I'll probably do it anyways, because that's just how it be sometimes. But anyways, guess what? I found out that you could search for barrels and crates just like in the Far Cry 5 editor and get some pretty like good clutter assets. As far as I can tell, I cannot find any other props that do like the same job of like having like clutter around. But barrels and crates are always gonna be they're just an A1 choice, I think, for what I'm going for here. So I threw those around, and I'll throw them around later onto the other buildings as well, just so that there's some extra stuff going on these buildings, which I do think helps tie everything a little bit more neatly. And as you can see, the first building is coming out pretty nice. Threw a lot of foliage around this because at first I was trying not to go too crazy with foliage because I was worried about performance, but I just can't help myself. It's so fun putting down little grass bushes and stuff like that. I don't know why I love it so much, but I do. I'm not gonna lie, I'd be tempted to go and do another one of these, like another theme park on this game as a speed build, just because it is just it's a fun game to play. Like I spent 3 hours on this speed build. Like that is pretty rare for me, especially because my Far Cry maps, when I do a recording for those, I usually like do a max of 2 hours. Like that is the max that I go. I usually end up pretty tired of it by the end of those 2 hours. But something about Planet Coaster is just, one thing for sure is the way that it like controls. Like I love the fact that there is a button for rotating and a button for elevation, and there's an align to surface like the setting that you could turn on for all your props, which, oh my god, if the Far Cry editor had those tools, it would make it so much better, guys. You have no idea. Like it is so nice being able to put the elevation down and change the rotation all at the same time, instead of the Far Cry method where you could really only just rotate and you have to place it down, go into advanced move, put down the height, and you have to like cycle through like the 6 tools. It is so annoying. So I'm kind of like jealous in a way, because if Far Cry had those tools, oh my god, it would be great. It makes me wonder why Far Cry 6 did not have an editor, because there were so many things that they could have done, and the Far Cry engine looked so good in Far Cry 6. The game was pretty garbage, but the graphics and the foliage and the assets, they all look so good. Like that is one thing Ubisoft gets right and nails every time, is just the assets and their environmental design. I love the way they do it every time. Literally, like all their Far Cry games look good, but Far Cry 6 looked the best, and I'm so mad that they didn't continue this really good feature of having an editor, especially since it's been in literally every other Far Cry game. But what can I do, really, right? I guess I'll just keep playing Planet Coaster, because man, these tools are so fun to use. Like you can see, I really take advantage, especially with like the rocks and stuff. Dude, if I had that feature in the editor, like the rock placements alone in Far Cry take me like hours of time. If I could just do this, what I'm doing right now in that game, it could speed up those maps so much. Like I gotta stop. I can't be thinking about it. I can't be thinking about it because it'll just make me sad. So anyways, we'll just go ahead and talk more about what we've done so far. As you can see, we put down a bathroom, put down a little smoothie stand, made a nice little building for it, and making that building actually gave me some inspiration, because now I'm thinking of putting somewhat like a Spanish church somewhere. I was thinking of maybe putting it where I put the ride up on the hill, but I'll see what I could think on the next episode. But yeah, we we just kind of go through here, put down a bunch of flowers and trees and bushes, because I mean, what else can you really do for a queue when you don't have like a, you know, an actual theme going on, like a Western theme or anything like that. That is one reason I'd want to make another series, is because I would actually want to make a theme park, like an actual theme park. But I don't know. I'm kind of iffy about it, because you know, it's really hard to like commentate a second time on a second park, right? But I could just keep the episodes shorter too. I don't know. We'll keep it in the back burner. We still have a lot to go for this park. So I'm over here thinking about the future. I'm over here thinking about City Skylines, Planet Coaster, another series, and I have yet to finish the 2 series that I have started on this channel. The only one I finished was Tiny Glade, and that was a whole 2 episodes. So I need to like chill out a little bit and just enjoy what I'm doing right now, which is the staff building, because I figured that since this was a new area of the map, we needed to put another staff building, and so we make this nice plot a big one. I was originally going to make this a balcony here, which is why I'm putting like a floor on it, but when I started doing the roof, I decided to go for a more interesting design, which I think honestly looked even better. It makes the building more unique. So far, all the buildings look very, very cool. I'm like so surprised that I was able to pull it off. Like, obviously the game is meant for that, but you know, I wasn't meant for that. So it's still surprising to me I was able to do it. And you can see there I made a quick save, because I did not want to lose all this progress. By this point, I've already spent about 2 hours making this area. So if I had lost those two hours of progress, I might have just canceled the entire series altogether. But anyways, I went ahead and got like a little purple color, but I thought it blended too much with the other buildings, and I wanted to make something that stood out a little bit more, that gave it some more contrast. So I went with a red color for the building, and it looks nice. I think it looks really cool. I really dig how this building came out. And we'll go ahead and throw, you know, the usual balconies and plants, and we'll decorate it with some foliage on the outside, as well as some crates and barrels. You know how it goes. I tried my best to like make it look like it made sense. I know I say that a lot, but I tried my best to make it look like this was a town first and a theme park second, if that makes sense. Like, I wanted there to be a way to get into all these buildings, and the paths were almost like a road of some sort. So that was kind of what I went with. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of regret making the main path gray. I think it might have looked better if I had it bricks, because, well, not like the red bricks, but like a cobblestone or something, because then it would go more in line with like the whole town vibe. But I'm not sure. I mean, I can always change it, but I don't know if I'm going to do it just yet, because I also do like the idea of having all the offshoots of the path be like different colors and stuff. So I don't know. I'm gonna think on that one as well. Lots of stuff to think about for the next episode. But as you can see, we're gonna go ahead and detail the entire area up here, the rest of the roller coaster, and throw some trees in the background to fill up the space a little bit. And overall, I love this area. It's definitely become my new favorite area. I thought the entrance was gonna be hard to beat, but having this coaster like swoop in over the paths and the mountain, and having it go through it and everything, the little town on the bottom, the eating area, the little offshoot path with the ride on top. We don't get around to detailing up there on this episode, but definitely the next one. It felt incomplete if I didn't detail in front of the red house though, so this is what I'm going to go ahead and do here right now. And finally we're done with this area, and I'll go ahead and let the customers come on in and start riding the roller coaster, because I was excited to see them hop on it for the first time. And then we'll go ahead and walk through, put it on regular speed, and just take a look around of our nice little park. Like, look at that building, look at it, it's so nice, it's so cool. The blue one looks really nice too. I'm debating if I should get rid of the arches. I'm not sure just yet. The more I look at them, the more I hate them though. So that's a pretty good sign for what I'm probably gonna do to those arches. But yeah, look at everyone like sitting down, and you got the little birds flying around, dude. It's so nice. It's so cool. The little food shops. I did notice that nobody in this park be hungry though. Like, they really don't be buying anything, which is a little bit of a shame, I'm not gonna lie. But hey, you know, what can we do? I might put down the prices or something just so that people eat more, because I want them to use the benches and stuff. But yeah, last but not least, we're gonna go ahead and ride the roller coaster, which, you know, that's gonna be fun. I'm excited to show you guys. Look. We're on it. We're on the roller coaster. It's a really short one, of course, and like I said, it's meant for the family, so it's nothing crazy. But I really dig it. I love the scenery around it. I mean, she looks like she's having a great time, in my opinion. Not a super crazy drop. You know, we go into a little a little turn into the little cave. I might put some stuff in there, maybe some lights or something. A nice little a nice little bump, I guess. Another little bump, and another little bump. Oh, isn't it so adorable? I love it. It's so cute. It's perfect. It's perfect for the kids who like hate roller coasters and never rode one before. So yeah, I'm digging it. I'm digging the way it looks. Big progress today, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe.